I'm live. Hello. So, a couple of things. I hope that you enjoyed watching the interview with L. McKinney. Even though I was there for it, I thought it was really great. I really enjoyed my time with her. I'm just going to find the link for this. Bear with me 1 second. Okay, I just need to grab this link. Yeah, it was so enjoyable to kind of just spend time speaking with her and listening to her just talk and think and connect. She's absolutely brilliant. Okay, so before I say anything further, I'm going to copy the link. For those of you who are new here, I know if you're swooning, let's swoon together. Let's unite in our swoon, okay? So please just take the link, put it in your browser, and join for our 15-minute-ish after party, although I think we might need some time to process what just happened. I can't really pinpoint what it was about the interview that I was so moved by, because it really was so many things. So I'm just going to let Brittany talk instead.
I want to talk. Ignore my messy office. I'm working.
The interview has some different questions. Okay, sorry, go on.
Oh, I was saying, just ignore my dirty office. I'm legit filling orders and things. So it
never. Oh, you're fine. Yeah. So what did you, I don't know if anything I said just was heard. Did you hear the stuff I was saying earlier?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Interview and stuff.
Yeah. So what did you think?
I mean, I loved her already. I was one of the people that's been talking about Nightverse for a hot little minute and calling it a reimagining. So I don't know. It's something very validating in the way that she made her decisions for why she wrote the things that she wrote. And I was just kind of like, I literally make my characters cosplay for the very same reason. And we share a kinship and we should be friends. We should be friends. That's all I'm saying. Like,
I totally
I'm a nerd. You're a nerd. Let's come together and be homies.
Let's be nerds together.
Let's be nerds together.
Yeah. I definitely got that feeling too. And it's really nice when people who are super, 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 super brilliantly smart are so just kind and, engaging and just like, yeah, plans change. Let's talk about the thing.
Yeah.
He's like, so lovely.
Oh man. To think that she had to water down the Nightverse series because those white people were claiming they couldn't connect. I'm like,
it's
what
not written for them anyway, but okay.
Was it that she was Black? Because everything else could have happened to anyone. But I guess because she's Black, all of a sudden you can't relate to the story. I was like,
yeah.
Racist.
And if I have heard in this series and also outside of this series, I have heard that we have heard authors in this series say that to get their foot in the door, and I mean, we do this all the time, right? To get your foot in the door, you assimilate to the extent that's palatable to you.
Yep.
Right. And we all think about ways that we create spaces for ourselves so that we can make those spaces bigger for the folks who follow. And, it seems like the publishing industry is yet another place where that happens. And why would it not be? Why would it be exempt from that? Tati, what do you think about anything?
A lot.
Yeah.
When the Buffy rant, Kendra rant, like I had just typed in the comments, don't get me started on my Black Buffy rant. And then she went in to I was like, there are so many times that she was speaking, and I was like, I've said this. Like, I was enamored by the first F-bomb. I was like, we friends. We friends.
I'm woman after my own heart.
Yes, and I think of those of us who are the three of us, I'm the only one who has not yet read a Blade So Black, and that's because I have not read the source material
I told you
for.
don't need the source
Well,
material.
shut up! You told me that, but I didn't get it
I
until I
did.
heard it
And
out
she
of
also said
LL
she
McKinney's
also
mouth.
said you don't need the source material today, so there's really no excuse.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I didn't. I like in my brain the way that my brain works. If there's source material that this is based on, I should, whether or not I want to, I should read the source material before taking on these interpretations. That never happened with Alice in Wonderland because I did not give a damn about reading Alice in Wonderland until Joplin's Ghost and the connection that Joplin had with the book as a connector to the main character in that story. So like that was when I wanted to read Alice in Wonderland. And then when I heard about this, I was like, well, I guess I need to hurry up and read Alice in Wonderland. I still haven't read it. But yeah, hearing McKinney say, number one, not calling it an adaptation. Also, okay, wait, stick a pin in that. And like naming it as a reimagining. Okay, so the discussion of what the publishers wanted to say, because I think I've said this either to you, Brittany, or to Njeri, about do the publishers make the decision about how these blurbs are written and what these books are compared to, or do the authors? So hearing her say that they wanted to call it, or they were calling it, a retelling of Alice in Wonderland, and she was like, that's not what it is. I was like, that answers my question.
I mean, did we not recall that there was a book that was being pushed by every publishing company, every night show, and everything that was pushed as the
Oh
next
my
Harry
God.
Potter? If that doesn't tell you, I mean, she don't watch our stuff no way, so you don't have to worry about it.
Hey. Yes.
Also, the Twilight situation. I was like, I'm just gonna sit here.
I was like, the moment that she said, "What is that crap?" I was like, "We are kin."
And you know,
sister.
I am, to me, Twilight and both of these series are series that I've read. Twilight, and I guess because it's fan fiction, it fits, and 50 Shades are in like the same category. Like I enjoyed reading them up to the first half of the fourth book. I enjoyed reading them, but like it was the equivalent of reading smut for genres that I like, for genres that I like or storylines that I like. But yeah, I was just like, I'm just gonna sit here.
You know what fanfic I think we officially really deserve though?
What?
Her Power Ranger one. I was like, how you gonna slip that you wrote a Power Ranger fanfic?
Hello?
And then just start another conversation like you didn't just say you
Hello.
wrote a Power Ranger
Like
fanfic.
that's not also what.
Because in my mind, I assume that she wrote it based off of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. And I already have a storyline for how that fanfic would work out. And yeah, she mentioned it and dropped it.
Yeah, this was I was literally talking, nobody could hear me. I was talking to the laptop for the whole interview. This was so. And so yeah, I have already placed the order for the book with three, like there were 3 books that I was having sitting in my cart, and I went ahead and added that to the cart and placed the order. I was like, okay.
My cart is currently sitting at 6 books, and I was like, I might as well just finish the series before I push purchase. because we still got.
Well, I mean, the way my reading life is going, just buying the first book is sufficient.
I mean, I have the third book. I pre-ordered the third book after I read the second book of the Nightverse because I thought it was coming out. Like I thought it was
coming out this year, didn't you?
Yes. Yeah. So I pre-ordered it because I was like, that'll be a fantastic surprise when it rolls up. Because I want you to think about it.
I can't take them surprises.
And
I can't. Like
I'll get the book when I get it.
What is it? I did the Black Stars pre-order when you posted it on the SOULar Powered, or Chloe posted it on the SOULar Powered. I pre-ordered it that day. Between that day and release day, I forgot that I had pre-ordered it, and I get 6 emails from Amazon. You're pre-ordering and I was like, not again, thinking I got like my account got hacked.
Oh my gosh. There's a whole section in your reading planner where you could have wrote that.
I did. No. I did. I did.
And it's on you.
But you don't think my brain doesn't say go check your reading planner when you've gotten these emails from Amazon that are just boom, 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 boom. I opened one and it had the Black Stars in parentheses. So I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, I did pre-order that.
I mean, that's what Amazon's gonna do did I order that one from Amazon? Yeah. That one is gonna be like BT Dub, we finally sent it.
No, that's Barnes and Noble. Barnes and Noble is like, you pre-ordered this to get it on release day, but it's a week later.
Barnes and Noble's done sent me the wrong book twice, so I will not be pre-ordering online from Barnes and Noble's unless I'm going into the store to physically get it. They done sent me the wrong copy twice.
Oh, see, I haven't had the wrong copy. I got a graphic novel 2 weeks after release date. And I nicely, once they delivered it, because I ordered it from Amazon and got it the next day. Once it was delivered, I took it right to Barnes & Noble and got my money back.
Question.
Yes.
About what Elle said about heroes and about the fact that, you remember when she was recounting that story about speaking to those secondary, well, I think they were secondary students, but students, and they were like, well, why are these heroes not concerned with the kinds of things that we're concerned with in our own lives? You know, and I love what she said about Storm. If all the X-Men lost their powers, they would still have to deal with some mess. They would still have to deal with racism. They would still have to deal with all of the isms and oppressions, and that was a glitch. And also what she said about like allegorical racism, which some of the authors, you know, in the series use, you know, as a strategy to address or not address like all of the aspects of race and racism. So yeah, I'm curious about what you thought about that. And then I also see Obsidian Text and Tangents question, how are we gonna get her to talk to us again? What fandom we gonna talk about?
Bro, so I'm gonna get her on BBC.
I want her to do a reimagining of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I would love for her to do a reimagining.
Then she would give us
of Buffy the Vampire Slayer in the dirty motherfucking South.
So like Dread Nation?
Huh?
So like a mix of Dread Nation and Buffy?
I haven't read Dread Nation, so I don't have that. I don't, but I don't have that to compare it to because Dread Nation deals with zombies and I don't fuck with zombies. But in my mind, I am like current day dirty South, crack houses and trap music, Buffy the Vampire Slayer with a black slayer and vampires that are white and look like drug heads and meth addicts and just kicking ass. Kicking ass left and right. The Master, the Hellmouth, all of that revisited. Sunnydale High School revisited. Give it to me. Looking like me. She got tits and ass. She got hips. She a high schooler and got to deal with all of the bullshit from people that comes along with having TNA when you in high school and what everybody thinks that they can do versus what they actually can do and why they give me all of that. I'm sorry, I got a little passionate.
No, you good. I just saw Salter's comment. I just died a little on the inside.
I love that. I want to read the story now. And I think sometimes people are because I remember in one of my videos I said, I loved that this particular. So I read a story it was a story from How Long Till Black Features Month, and the story had an evil white witch in a world where the main characters were all Black and magic users, but there was like an evil white witch. And I remember saying in one of my videos, like, I'm so glad that there is an evil white witch here. And, and I didn't really explain that, but I think that there's something to say. I think there's something to say about what it means growing up and dealing with fairy tales and stories where the darkest characters are always the villains, always the monsters, always the ones to be feared, the ones not to be trusted. And when children and then young adults and then adults grow up with that being their fiction, there's absolutely no way. So how do you, when the kid who grew up on ugly, Black, big, monsters, when that kid ends up being a teacher, a judge, a police officer, whatever, and that's what they grew up with without it ever being interrupted, what happens with those images, right? How does that get unlearned? So when I hear,
how does it get unlearned only? How do you encourage them because they have to acknowledge that what they have is damaged.
Informed. Yeah. And that it's informing a worldview. And so when I talk about being excited when I see white monsters, white witches, white villains, right? And good Black characters in opposition, that is an important shift, right? That's a very, very important shift in the imagination. And it's corrective, frankly. So we're 17 minutes and 26 seconds into our 15-minute after party. So this is where we're going to say a couple of things. If you are interested in being entered into the draw for
a Melanin Eclectic 2022 reading planner,
hey, what you need to do is like the video, subscribe to Onyx Pages, share the video, and then
answer the question.
LP wanted to.
What's up, LP?
You to make you feel good today, Tati. Slipping in the last 2 seconds. So
I've been trying to get in the entire time.
You also have to answer the reflection question on the cards. And why do you want a Melanin Eclectic Planner? Because they're amazing and clearly McKinney certified.
Oh my God, I can say that. Oh my God. Wait a minute.
So basically, so we know, right?
And Brittany starts to sweat.
Look at her feelings. All on her
I have tears forming in my eyes. Okay, we're good. I'm back.
And I will say that for those of you who are watching the replay, definitely, if you found yourself at the after party without actually being at the event, that's okay. Because we in Wonderland, things go in many directions. So just go back to the interview and check it out, because one of my favorite parts of that discussion was literally watching Elle clutch her pearls. Yes, clutch your pearls at your work. And then also saying like, this is amazing, and my wallet's gonna be sad. And
I was just my mom.
I love that. I loved it all.
Sad wallet, happy bookshelf.
Yes. Before we close, LP, is there anything you want to say before you close now that you're here?
Just that I love LL and I loved this interview. It was great. It was you did it.
Yeah. It was such a pleasure. Okay. What's this?
I rubbed my eye the wrong way, and I might have touched my hair before I touched my eye.
Oh no!
We're having a real African American. We're having a real Black moment right now.
Yes.
Brittany has to go.
All right, everyone, we're going to wrap up. Remember to always read with purpose. Thank you very much for enjoying interview 9 of 10.
Oh my God.
Jesus,
so tomorrow is the last interview.
There's only one left.
One left.
Oh, there is only one left.
Yes. And it is.
What are you going to do next?
Yeah.
Hugo.
It's it is with Nalo Hopkinson, who is my favorite author, and who is
being modest, y'all. She and Nalo are friends. Like,
okay,
they are acquaintances.
They homies.
And in the interview, I do what I always do whenever I share space with her, which is share my undying bookish love for her. The interview with Nalo is a little different from all of the rest of them, because where the others were focused on like works, like specific works, I actually focus on Nalo being a grandmaster and where she is in this moment in her career. And she really talks about, and one of the many things I adore about Nalo Hopkinson is that she is honest about her life and honest about how writing has figured into the joys and the challenges of her life. And any Black woman who accomplishes a thing accomplishes that thing in the face of everything else that's going on. And I think that when you think about how we write through strife, the accolades that we get are that much more. So we talk about her accolades, about her awards, about her role as a teacher. I'm so excited for her students to get to learn at her feet. And frankly, I see Nalo right now, as a lot of people have seen Octavia Butler, except Nalo is here with us doing this work. And I think that there are a bunch of writers that should be elevated and acknowledged even more for what they're doing. So please join us tomorrow for the last interview, and then we'll have an after party, and then Tomi and I and all the crew here will figure out when we do the video to select all of the winners of the planner. So remember to read with purpose. See you tomorrow. Thanks for being a part of this journey, and we'll wrap it up tomorrow. Tears.
I believe it's the last one tomorrow, though.
I'm telling you.
See y'all tomorrow. Bye.